Hello traders and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. Well, there's a lot going on. We have about 8 stocks to look at today. Also, we had a major signal in the S&P 500. That's a gain that's moved to the upside in terms of a weekly trade triangle, and it's joining the Dow, which is also in an upward trend. The only one that's lacking right now is the NASDAQ. So let's get started with our first market, and that's SLV, and this is iShares, the silver ETF. But what I want to share with you is this. You can see quite clearly that this is a long-term chart going back all the way to 2007 right here. So it's about 8 years, and you can see the big move up and of course the big move down. What I want to share with you is this line right here and how it hits the places. There's a breakout right here. Change. This is a 4-year negative force line, or trend line. The momentum's changed, and we had a signal today that you want to be long this market in terms of longer term. So let's just scope this in a little closer, and I'll take this trend line off. Very easy to do with Market Club. Just click on the box here, and it closes it up. And we'll go to let's say a 6-month chart. You can see it's made that turn. If we put it on our monthly, you can see that the monthly kicked in today at 1692. It's 1693, so right around the same numbers. It is a little bit overbought. We may see a pullback maybe to 1640, maybe 1620, but nonetheless, it is making the turn. You have a pivot point, 2 bottoms, and a pivot point here. So this should actually move, I would say, somewhere up to at least to these levels in the very, very short term, but it definitely has made an upward turn. Next stop we're looking at is Toll Brothers. A couple of things happening here. That's a good sign for housing, of course, but you've broken over a 50 line here, and you've also have a weekly trade triangle. These are the continuation patterns. So what we've been looking for with a continuation pattern is this. Very simply, that the longer term trend, which is right here, is green, and this just turned green today. So the trend was up, but we had a pullback, as you can see right here, but it's turned back up again, and it's continuing to go higher. So I would at least look for Toll Brothers to check the 40 level and probably go higher than that. So again, this is a good sign. You're over the 50 line, again another good sign. So the momentum has switched to this stock going back higher. This is Wisdom Tree Japan Hedge Fund, symbol DXY. It's an ETF, but you can see it just moved into new high ground today. Let's put a candlestick chart on here. You can see it break out, looks really good, wants to continue going higher. So I think that's something definitely you want to look at. This is Skyworks Solutions, another big move up. Again, continuation pattern. The weekly joined the monthly in cooperating with the trend. You can see the trend picked up on the monthly at $59. We're currently trading at 101, and we picked up today's signal at 99.47. So again, this looks like it wants to go higher, and the high we've seen here is 102.77, and we're not that far from those levels now. So I would say this is definitely going to act as a base to push this market higher. You can see this sort of forming right here, just sort of rounding out, and we're going to go higher. That's my definite take on this. This stock is Flextronics. Again, this is a signal we had today. The weekly kicked in. You can see we've had the pullback kicked in, and again you see we've got out at 12.20 and we got back in at 12.56. We only missed a small part of the move, but we avoided this big move down. That's what you want to do. All of our trade triangles are positive. We're over the 50 line. I would say this stock is in an uptrend and going to go higher. This is Rite Aid, symbol RAD. Again, weekly breakout, continuation of the monthly trend that's been in place for $6.69. Percentage-wise, we had a nice move already, but we just kicked in today at 8.33. It's 8.44, a little bit of a move on the upside. The monthly is looking good, the weekly is looking good, and also the RSI is over the 50 line, which is another great sign. Let's move on. This is Home Depot, which is kind of dovetails with Toll Brothers, home building, things are getting better. All the trade triangles are positive. We're over the 50 line. You can see how the 50 line acted as support right here. So we think this stock can also move higher. You've probably seen a breakout, a little bit of a break right here. Yeah, so I would say that's a good sign. We'll look for this to check the highs, 118, and then maybe even possibly go higher. So that's definitely on the upswing. This is United Health Group, symbol UNH. Again, another breakout, continuing the trend that started at $57.24. Now $57.24 is a long way from 119. That's when the trend changed. We just added, got back in, and that's the key level. It's just like we got back in here rode this really nice move up, and then we got out here. So again, you're not going to get out at the very top, and you're not going to get into the very bottom, but you're going to get that fat part of the move, the 70% that makes the really big difference to your bottom line. This is the S&P 500 cash now. This is the good thing. The good news is here is it has just joined the Dow in an uptrend. You can see that just kicked in today at 2,126, 592 rather, and it's 2,126.50. So it's again higher, new levels. Everyone who's been bearish on these markets have been wrong. Wrong. Everyone's saying there's a top, the economy is slowing down. That may all be true, but the reality is perception is the market wants to go higher, and that's the key. This is the Dow, of course, that made a new high today, and it looks like it wants to continue. Again, this is a strong base. We believe we can go higher from these, unless something comes out with Greece this week, which could be a real game changer. But nonetheless, the trend, if you just don't know, just follow the market. You want to be long the equity markets. Last one's the NASDAQ. It's still performing well, but see, there's that stubborn little weekly trade triangle, still negative. That will turn positive at 5,120. So not so far away, but nonetheless, it's not there yet. But the S&P 500 and the Dow both are there. So, hey, I'm Adam Hewis, and we've covered a lot of markets today. Take a look at those stocks we mentioned. We found them using our trade triangles this morning, and they're constantly changing, new ones adding all the time. So check that out on a regular basis during the day. You'll see some great stocks that you may want to pick up very, very cheaply. Hey, I'm Adam Hewis, and have a great trading day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.